Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Fashion was never meant to live in just one season. The lightness of spring, the energy of summer, the depth of fall, and the quiet elegance of winter. They all flow into each other. Every season brings its own set of trends. On their own, they feel separate, but when you place them side by side, a bigger picture starts to appear. In this video, I'm bringing spring, summer, fall, and winter together into one continuous video, showing how trends flow, overlap, and evolve throughout the year. Let's get into it. Think relaxed linen, breezy silhouettes, and nautical stripes. Coastal fashion is back, bringing effortless seaside elegance to everyday wear. Lightweight fabrics and soft hues make this trend perfect for warm weather styling. Seen on runways from Miu Miu to Sakai and Proenza Schooler, this style is effortlessly chic and endlessly versatile. Think crisp, Breton stripes, sailor-inspired wide-leg pants, structured flap collars, and polished gold button details. Boat shoes and seashell accessories add a seaside touch, while airy nautical netting gives a fresh, modern twist. This look is all about relaxed elegance with a hint of nostalgia. Tailored and sleek, slim-cut pants are making a major comeback. Whether styled with oversized blazers or fitted tops, this silhouette enhances a polished yet comfortable look. Unlike the ultra-tight silhouettes of the past, these styles offer a tailored, body-skimming fit that flatters without feeling restrictive. Spotted on the runways of Loya, McQueen, Mugler, and Sportmax, this sleek staple is making a strong case for effortless elegance. Whether paired with a crisp button-up for a polished aesthetic, or styled with a slouchy knit and pointed toe flats for a casual chic vibe, slim-cut pants are the perfect bridge between timeless sophistication and modern ease. Soft and fresh, pistachio green is the must-have shade of the season. Expect to see it in monochrome outfits, chic outerwear, and even accessories for a sophisticated touch. As Y2K and early 2010s trends continue their resurgence, it's only natural that one of the standout colors from the era follows suit. For spring 2025, this soft yet striking hue is making waves across the runways. Accessories aren't left out either, with brands like Prada and Simone Rocha incorporating pistachio into bags and shoes. The best part? While undeniably trendy, it still feels effortlessly chic and wearable. Maximalists rejoice. Bold prints are here to stay. This season, fashion takes a nostalgic turn with retro-inspired patterns making a statement. Think psychedelic swirls, geometric shapes, and vintage florals straight out of the 60s and 70s. The key to nailing this trend? Mix and match contrasting prints for a playful, carefree vibe, or opt for a single standout piece. A mod-inspired blouse, a groovy midi skirt, or even patterned denim with vintage trims, as seen at Valentino. Whether you go all in or keep it subtle, retro prints will instantly inject personality into your spring wardrobe. The ultra mini trend isn't slowing down. This spring, the micro mini skirt is taking center stage once again. According to the Spring-Summer 2025 runways, it's all about playing with proportions. Think tiny skirts balanced with oversized blouse and jackets, boxy blazers, or voluminous tops. Whether you go for a sleek structured mini or a flirty pleated version, this trend invites creativity and styling. Spring 2025 is bringing back dreamy, delicate pastels in full force. Think buttery yellows, soft lavenders, powdery blues, and blush pinks, all effortlessly chic and wearable. These shades evoke a fresh, airy feel, perfect for the season. One of the standout ways to wear pastels this year is through monochrome dressing. Head-to-toe pastel looks that feel both polished and modern. Designers have also embraced pastels in unexpected ways, like structured blazers, oversized knits, and even sporty pieces. A staple for decades, the classic tank top remains a go-to for effortless styling. But spring 2025 takes it up a notch. No longer just a layering piece, the tank is stepping into the spotlight with unexpected fabrics, textures, and silhouettes. From sheer and knitted versions to those adorned with embellishments or bold typography, this once simple staple is being redefined. Whether paired with structured wide-leg trousers, high-waisted skirts, or styled as a sleek dress, the tank top proves its versatility while maintaining its effortlessly cool appeal. The classic scooped neckline continues to reign supreme, making it a go-to piece for achieving both minimal and statement looks. The Gothic influence in fashion continues to thrive, with designers embracing darkly romantic aesthetics that blend mystery and drama. Spring 2025 saw a captivating mix of ethereal and edgy elements. Think flowing fabrics contrasted with structured silhouettes. Rick Owens, the undisputed master of avant-garde goth, delivered sculptural, shadowy creations that felt both otherworldly and powerful. Meanwhile, Valentino, under Alessandro Michel's direction, introduced a softer side to Gothic romance, with moody floral motifs and intricate lace. Airy, ethereal layers of tulle made a striking contrast to the season's bolder, structured silhouettes. Once reserved for couture and evening wear, sheer fabrications have now seamlessly integrated into everyday dressing. Designers like Simone Rocha, Nancy Dojaka, and Dries Van Noten reimagined tulle wraps in fresh contemporary ways. Draped over structured tailoring, layered atop sleek slip dresses, or adding an unexpected softness to sharp, minimalist looks. Whether cascading in voluminous ruffles or appearing as delicate overlays, these sheer accents bring a dreamlike elegance to spring fashion, making them a statement piece for both casual and elevated ensembles. Earthy tones are making a major statement this spring, and khaki and olive are leading the charge. These sophisticated yet effortlessly cool shades bring a touch of utilitarian chic to any wardrobe. From structured trench coats to relaxed cargo pants and breezy linen shirts, khaki and olive work seamlessly for both casual and elevated looks. Whether styled in a military-inspired way or softened with feminine silhouettes, these timeless hues offer versatility and an understated elegance perfect for spring. Plaid might be a staple of fall fashion, but for spring 2025, designers are giving it a fresh, airy spin. No longer confined to autumnal hues, the new season's plaids embrace softer palettes, unexpected styling, and modern silhouettes. Think grunge meets countryside charm, as checks make their way onto everything from oversized blazers to breezy midi skirts. The row offered a refined take with delicate checkered coats, layered effortlessly over crisp tailoring. Meanwhile, Acne Studios brought in a bolder edge, clashing plaid prints with other patterns, incorporating the 90s-inspired bubble hem trend. Spring 2025 is all about making a statement with intricate details and bold adornments. From shimmering sequins to delicate pearls, feathers, and metallic accents, embellishments are taking over everything: denim, skirts, and even accessories. Designers are embracing maximalist touches, layering dazzling details on everyday pieces for an effortlessly glamorous look. This season is a celebration of texture, shine, and playful extravagance. Say hello to Azure, the bold, vibrant blue that's set to dominate spring 2025. A step beyond the soft baby blues of past seasons, this electrifying hue made waves on the runways, solidifying its place as the season's statement shade. Designers embraced Azure across various silhouettes, from structured blazers to breezy slip dresses, giving the color a fresh, modern edge. Whether incorporated through a monochrome look or a statement accessory, Azure is the go-to color for an effortlessly chic spring wardrobe. Step into spring with florals that feel like a love letter to the past. This season, designers are embracing retro-inspired botanical prints reminiscent of antique wallpaper and vintage upholstery. Think delicate roses, daisy chains, and bold 70s-style blooms splashed across flowing midi dresses, tailored separates, and breezy blouses. At Prada, soft floral motifs lent a romantic touch to slip dresses, while Versace took a bolder approach with vibrant, clashing prints. Whether you lean into soft femininity or statement-making nostalgia, this trend is your ticket to timeless spring elegance. As spring 2025 unfolds, one of the most rebellious trends isn't really a trend at all. It's a movement against the very idea of following trends. In contrast to the polished, curated aesthetics that have dominated in recent seasons, anti-fashion is all about rejecting fashion rules and embracing individuality. It's a bold statement that champions self-expression over mainstream style, encouraging people to dress for themselves rather than for the approval of the industry. From deliberately mismatched ensembles to vintage finds styled in unconventional ways, anti-fashion is an embrace of personality, creativity, and freedom. This season, breaking the rules is the most stylish move you can make. A trench coat is a timeless wardrobe staple, and for spring 2025, designers are embracing a roomier, relaxed silhouette. Seen on the runways of top fashion houses, the oversized trench is effortlessly chic and practical. Whether layered over a breezy spring dress for a balanced look or styled with tailored pants and a crisp button-down for a polished touch, this voluminous outerwear piece adds instant sophistication. Perfect for those unpredictable spring days, the oversized trench is the ultimate blend of function and fashion, making it a must-have for the season. White remains the epitome of effortless elegance, and spring 2025 is embracing it in full force. Designers have reimagined the monochrome palette with a mix of soft ivory, crisp white, and delicate cream, creating a look that feels both modern and timeless. Brands like the Row and Proenza Schooler showcased fluid head-to-toe white outfits, while Ferragamo added structured tailoring for a refined touch. This trend proves that minimalism can be just as statement-making as bold colors. Fashion's love for hybrids continues into spring 2025, with the revival of skirts and dresses layered over pants. This season, designers are embracing the duality of structure and fluidity, offering a modern take on this unconventional layering technique. Whether it's an elegant dress over slim-cut pants or a micro-mini atop wide-leg jeans, this trend proves that layering is not just practical, it's a style statement. Why settle for one piece when you can master both? Sporty jackets are making a major comeback for spring 2025, blending effortless cool with practicality. Think sleek windbreakers, retro track jackets, and bomber silhouettes, pieces that add an athletic edge to any outfit. Designers are reinterpreting these classics with bold color blocking, oversized fits, and unexpected materials like suede, sheer nylon, and satin. For styling, pair a sporty jacket with a micro mini skirt for a flirty, streetwear-inspired look, or throw it over a simple tank top and slim-cut pants for an effortlessly chic ensemble. Brands like Miu Miu, Prada, and Off-White are leading the charge, proving that sporty doesn't have to mean casual. It can be elevated, polished, and runway ready. Sheer fashion is making a statement this season, but let's be clear, it's not about bearing it all. Instead, designers are redefining transparency with elegance, focusing on lightweight, airy fabrics that add depth and movement. Think diaphanous skirts layered over opaque slips, delicate mesh tops styled with structured blazers, and intricately embroidered sheer dresses that offer a glimpse of skin without feeling overly exposed. Whether you opt for a breezy organza blouse or a flowing chiffon dress, this trend is all about balancing subtle sensuality with refined sophistication. Comfort meets fashion with the resurgence of clogs. Whether in classic wood-soled designs or modern minimalist versions, these shoes are a spring staple. Throwback sneaker styles from the 70s, 80s, and 90s are trending. Chunky soles, bold colors, and vintage-inspired silhouettes dominate streetwear looks. Minimalist and sleek, thong sandals are making waves. Perfect for both casual and dressy outfits, they add a subtle, sophisticated touch to spring ensembles. Strappy, lace-up footwear enhances femininity this season. Whether in ballet-inspired flats or elegant heels, delicate laces add charm and elegance. Oversized, futuristic, and bold frames steal the spotlight. Sunglasses this season are all about making an impact with unique shapes and tinted lenses. Exotic and bold, snake print handbags make an edgy statement. Neutral tones keep them versatile, while textured finishes add depth and intrigue. Bags this season are big, bold, and eye-catching. Unique shapes, bright colors, and oversized proportions define this must-have accessory. One of the standout accessory trends for spring 2025 is belted bags. Handbags featuring built-in belts, buckles, or cinched details that add both structure and edge. Structured and timeless, Dr. bags are making a refined comeback. Think vintage silhouettes with modern updates in sleek leathers and soft pastels. Totes get an upgrade with luxurious materials, unique shapes, and refined details. From workwear to weekend outings, these bags balance practicality and sophistication. We're starting off this trend report with one of the boldest and most defining shades of summer 2025, tomato red. This color is everywhere, and for good reason. It's warm, saturated, and attention-grabbing in the most elevated way. Think of it as a sun-ripened twist on classic red, brighter, juicier, and full of energy. Unlike cooler, deeper reds that are often reserved for fall or evening wear, tomato red feels fresh, confident, and made for the summer. It's the kind of color that instantly makes a statement, even with the simplest pieces. Whether you're a minimalist or someone who loves more romantic silhouettes, there's a way to wear it that feels true to your style. That's part of why it's showing up across so many aesthetics: sporty, polished, soft, or structured. It works across the board. This bold hue has also become a standout across the spring-summer 2025 runways. Brands like TB, Chanel, Tory Burch, and Proenza Schouler are all leaning into this vibrant tone in their own ways, signaling that red is no longer just an accent color, it's central. It brings heat, confidence, and a touch of drama without ever feeling heavy. And it's not just the runway. Celebrities like Jennifer Lawrence, Emily Ratajkowski, and Gwyneth Paltrow have all been spotted in this color recently, proving that tomato red works for everything from sleek dresses to relaxed off-duty moments. But the ultimate inspiration here is Hailey Bieber. Hailey has been consistently stepping out in tomato red this season, whether it's a simple silhouette, an eye-catching coat, or a perfectly styled monochrome look. What makes her styling so fresh is the balance. She lets the color do the work, keeping everything else minimal and clean. Neutral shoes, sleek hair, soft makeup. It's effortless but incredibly impactful. And now, let's get into some outfit ideas to show how this trend can work in real life. As these looks pop up on screen, pay attention to how tomato red transforms both simple and bold silhouettes. Whether it's the main character or just a pop, it always adds that extra energy. The kind that makes an outfit instantly memorable. Next up is a trend that's proving just how much movement, structure, and nostalgia can coexist in one single piece: the pleated skirt. Now, pleats aren't exactly new. We've seen them in school uniforms, tennis courts, and preppy aesthetics for decades. But summer 2025 is giving the pleated skirt a fresh, new spin. It's less about stiffness and more about flow, character, and attitude. Depending on how you wear it, it can feel polished, playful, or even rebellious. What's really interesting this season is the sheer range of styling we're seeing. The pleated skirt has shown up in collections from Bottega Veneta, Prada, Miu Miu, and Ashley Williams, each offering a completely different take. Some go classic with crisp knife pleats and neutral palettes, others push it into bold territory with metallics, sheers, and deconstructed finishes. It's clear, the pleated skirt isn't just a preppy throwback anymore, it's a dynamic fashion staple. Off the runway, celebrities are embracing it too. You'll see it on Taylor Swift, Nina Dobrev, and Iris Law, each interpreting it in their own way. From sweet and flirty to minimal and edgy. But one person really owning this trend in 2025, Olivia Rodrigo. Whether she's pairing a micro-pleated skirt with an oversized band tee or going full girly with a tucked-in blouse and knee-highs, Olivia captures the spirit of the trend perfectly. Now let's take a look at some outfit ideas. As the looks appear on screen, notice how pleated skirts bring movement and shape to an outfit. Whether styled with something casual or something more elevated, it's one of those pieces that can be completely transformed depending on what you pair it with, and that makes it incredibly versatile for summer. Now let's talk about a comeback that's been quietly building momentum and is now officially taking center stage. Capris. Yes, the cropped pant that defined early 2000s off-duty style is back, but this time it's sleeker, more intentional, and more versatile than ever. Capris today aren't about awkward in-between lengths or overly casual silhouettes. They're about clean lines, flattering cuts, and unexpected styling. We've seen the revival pick up speed on recent runways and lookbooks. Brands like Tommy Hilfiger, Sandy Liang, and Staud are all tapping into the Y2K resurgence, offering updated takes on the cropped trouser, from tailored and polished to playful and sporty. Some are going classic with cuffed hems and neutral tones, while others are playing with prints, fabrics, and bold colors. What used to be a controversial pant length is now one of the season's coolest alternatives to full-length trousers or shorts, and it's clearly catching on. Celebrities like Hailey Bieber and Daisy Edgar-Jones have been stepping out in cropped styles, giving us early hints at just how versatile capris can be this season. But one of the best references for this trend right now, Bella Hadid. Bella has a way of making capris look modern, edgy, and completely intentional. There's always an element of surprise in her styling, a reminder that fashion is about experimenting and not taking it too seriously. Another name to note here is Reese Blutstein. Her approach is more artsy and layered. She leans into textures, socks with sandals, playful shapes. Her looks are a great reminder that this trend has range. So, how can you bring capris into your own summer rotation? As these outfit ideas come up on screen, notice the proportions and how the capri anchors the entire look. Whether dressed up or pared down, the cropped silhouette brings a laid-back structure and feels fresh without being over the top. Next up, polka dots. A print that never really disappeared, but this summer it's stepping back into the spotlight in a much cooler, more sophisticated way. There's something undeniably nostalgic about polka dots. We associate them with vintage silhouettes, playful femininity, and a certain old Hollywood charm. But in 2025, they're shedding the retro cliches and taking on a whole new form. Designers are experimenting with scale, structure, and even color, proving that polka dots can be bold, chic, and unexpectedly modern. This season, we've seen them pop up in collections from Patou, Valentino, and Acne Studios, sometimes oversized and graphic, other times delicate and romantic. The key is in the styling. Polka dots are being paired with tailoring, sheer fabrics, deconstructed cuts, bringing edge and contrast that make the print feel anything but dated. And the celebrity crowd is clearly on board. You'll spot polka dots on names like Olivia Rodrigo, Elsa Hosk, Laura Harrier, and Kaya Gerber. From red carpets to off-duty outfits, all giving the trend their own personal twist. But when it comes to mastering the balance between playful and polished, Margot Robbie stands out. Margot makes the print feel timeless but current, often pairing it with clean makeup, classic accessories, and that signature modern Barbie-core confidence. Another name worth mentioning here is Alexa Chung. She might style a classic polka blouse with denim and loafers, or go full romantic with a tea dress and ballet flats. Whatever the combination, it feels lived in, smart, and uniquely hers. And that's what makes her such a perfect muse for this trend. Let's look at a few ways this trend can be worn. As these looks come up on screen, notice how styling completely changes the tone of the print. Some feel soft and vintage-inspired, others sharp and directional. Whether used as the focal point or as a subtle accent, polka dots add personality and movement that bring even the simplest outfit to life. Let's talk about one of the most romantic and visually striking trends of summer 2025, ruffles. But not just any ruffles. This season's take is soft, sweeping, and sculptural. There's volume, yes, but it's intentional. These ruffles are less about excess and more about movement. Think cascading fabrics, fluttery hems, and gentle layers that catch the breeze as you walk. Designers are really leaning into this softness. We've seen Simone Rocha, Zimmerman, Chloe, and Rodart explore the idea of ruffles in ways that feel dreamy but not overdone. Some are hyper-feminine, others are a bit undone, almost like the ruffle is unraveling as part of the design. The key is that they feel fluid, romantic, and a little poetic, bringing a soft energy to an otherwise structured season. And it's not just on the runway. Celebrities are also embracing the movement. We've seen hints of this trend on names like Daisy Edgar Jones, Florence Pugh, and Elle Fanning, women who naturally gravitate toward styles that are classic but expressive, soft but smart. Now, let's bring that into wearable inspiration. This trend plays with shape in a way that feels romantic but grounded, and it's perfect for summer days when you want your outfit to do a little more than just look good. You want it to float. Let's shift gears and talk about one of the most refined, quietly powerful trends of the season: creative minimalism. Minimalism is never truly out of style, but summer 2025 is giving it new life. This time, it's less about stark simplicity and more about smart restraint. It's minimalism with nuance. Clean silhouettes infused with clever design details, subtle textures, and architectural structure. The result? Outfits that look effortless but feel elevated. Brands like Tod's, Totem, and Brandon Maxwell are all leaning into this polished yet forward-thinking aesthetic. Across their collections, you'll see sculptural tailoring, tonal layering, and thoughtful proportions that give minimalism a fresh perspective. The goal isn't to do less, it's to do only what's essential, and to do it well. On the street and on social, this trend is being led by women who've mastered that quiet, confident styling. Most notably, Kendall Jenner and Michelle Lynn. Kendall's version of minimalism is clean, directional, and always sleek. She gravitates toward long lines, neutral palettes, and pieces that move with purpose. Her styling proves that simplicity, when done right, can have just as much impact as a statement look, maybe even more. Michelle Lynn brings a more artistic edge to the conversation. Her looks often feature structured silhouettes, sharp tailoring, and perfectly balanced layers. There's an editorial sharpness to the way she dresses, but it's softened by her minimalist approach. It's not just fashion, it's visual storytelling through clean design. Let's bring that to life. As the looks roll across the screen, pay attention to how restraint becomes the key to impact. Clean lines, intentional fabrics, and well-balanced shapes all work together to create looks that are calm but commanding, proving that sometimes the quietest outfits say the most. Now let's talk about a pattern that's been building momentum over the last few months and shows no signs of slowing down this summer: plaid. Traditionally tied to fall or winter wardrobes, plaid has officially crossed seasons. For summer 2025, it's being reinterpreted in lighter fabrics, unexpected colors, and more relaxed silhouettes, making it not just wearable but actually fresh for warmer weather. It still carries its roots in British prep and grunge, but the new take is more fluid and styled with contrast in mind. Designers like Chanel, Amy Paris, Burberry, and Tommy Hilfiger have all leaned into this renewed plaid movement. Whether it's soft checks on flowy dresses, graphic tartans on tailored sets, or deconstructed versions layered under sheer fabrics, plaid is getting a major style refresh, and it works across aesthetics, from romantic to rebellious. We've seen it on some major names recently, too. Bella Hadid, Laura Harrier, and Kristen Stewart have all made plaid part of their off-duty or red carpet wardrobes, showing just how versatile it's become. But the ultimate muse for this trend right now, Olivia Rodrigo. Olivia brings her signature mix of Y2K, grunge, and femininity to plaid, often pairing it with layered textures, bold accessories, or a modern twist on schoolgirl style. Her looks feel nostalgic, but with just the right amount of edge to keep them exciting. Now let's see how this trend translates into everyday style. As the outfits roll on screen, watch how plaid can shift depending on how it's styled: classic, punk, clean, or eclectic. The pattern itself is instantly recognizable, but its vibe? That's entirely up to you. And this season, it's all about styling it in ways that feel unexpected. Next, let's talk about a more conceptual, but incredibly eye-catching trend: movement around the waist. It's not just about belts anymore. This trend is all about drawing the eye to the midsection, through shape, draping, and dynamic layering. Whether it's a single oversized belt, several stacked buckles, or a cardigan or shirt tied loosely around the waist, the focus here is on creating intentional movement and shape, like the outfit is constantly in motion. The trend has been gaining traction across collections from brands like Off-White, Schiaparelli, and Miu Miu, with designers using the waist as a space to build movement, structure, or softness. And what's refreshing about this trend is how personal it feels. It's less about perfection and more about how you play with layering and shape. In real life, no one wears this trend quite like Emily Ratajkowski. Her go-to pieces often include loosely tied waist dresses that bring definition without looking too styled, or bold belts that turn a simple dress into a full look. There's always a bit of balance. The waist is accentuated but not constrained. Now, as these looks come up on screen, pay attention to the ways each one adds movement and focus at the waist, whether it's a dramatic belt, a wrapped layer, or a casually tied piece. It's a simple styling shift, but it completely transforms the outfit. Next up is a fabric that feels both timeless and completely on trend this summer: lace. Lace has always carried a certain romantic weight, light, delicate, and full of feminine charm, but summer 2025 is pushing it beyond its traditional associations. This time, it's about contrast, pairing the softness of lace with clean tailoring, bold shapes, or even casual pieces to make it feel modern, wearable, and a little unexpected. Designers are embracing this shift. Brands like Chloe, Zimmermann, Chanel, and Gucci are weaving lace into their collections in ways that feel fresh and elevated. Whether it's full lace dresses, sheer inserts, or simply using the texture to add dimension, the fabric is becoming a central player in summer styling, no longer reserved for evening wear or special occasions. What makes lace feel current this season is not just what it's made of, it's how it's styled. The new lace isn't about perfection or primness. It's sheer panels on relaxed cuts, layers that reveal skin in subtle ways, or trims that add just a touch of softness to a sharper outfit. It's the interplay between delicate and undone that gives lace its new energy. And when it comes to wearing it, Daisy Edgar-Jones has become a standout muse. Her approach to lace is quietly elegant, pieces that whisper rather than shout. She leans into simplicity, allowing the fabric to speak through texture and flow. Lace this season isn't confined to one type of aesthetic. It adapts. It can be styled soft and romantic, layered over minimal pieces, or even paired with structured elements to create contrast. It's not just about femininity anymore, it's about expression. Let's move into a classic that always makes its way back into the summer conversation. But this year, it's returning with a new kind of presence: florals. While floral prints are nothing new, summer 2025 takes them out of the pretty category and places them firmly into something bolder, more stylized, and unexpectedly sharp. These aren't the soft pastels or dainty sprigs we've seen in past seasons. Instead, think large-scale botanicals, surrealist shapes, and dramatic placements that make florals feel like a statement, not an afterthought. Designers like Mugler, Loya, Victoria Beckham, and Marni are all showing florals in different but equally striking ways this season. Whether blown up into graphic compositions or used as sculptural appliques, the print is moving beyond fabric and into form. It's about impact, not just decoration. We're also seeing this energy echoed off the runway. Celebrities like Sydney Sweeney, Ayo Edebiri, and Bella Hadid have all embraced florals in ways that feel modern and styled, often mixing them with structured silhouettes or unexpected accessories. It's not about softness or sweetness anymore, it's about contrast and florals that hold their own in a full look. But if there's one person who consistently gives florals the spotlight they deserve, it's Blake Lively. Her floral moments are never timid. Whether she's in a tailored suit with oversized blooms or a statement dress with layered print on print, Blake brings glamour, strength, and polish to florals. This season, florals aren't just added in. They're designed to lead. Styled with restraint or paired with structure, they bring movement, mood, and just the right amount of drama. Whether printed, embroidered, or layered, florals are the detail that turns a good outfit into one that's emotionally charged and unforgettable. Next up, we're talking about a piece that needs no introduction, the classic white shirt. For summer 2025, this wardrobe staple is getting more attention than ever. Not because it's new, but because it's never stopped evolving. What makes it a trend this season isn't reinvention, but refinement. Designers are exploring how structure, silhouette, and subtle shifts in proportion can turn a familiar item into a statement, quietly but powerfully. Brands like Max Mara, Brandon Maxwell, and Ralph Lauren are all embracing the white shirt's quiet strength. Some with oversized tailoring, others with soft drapes or sculpted cuffs, but always with a focus on craftsmanship. There's an elegance to this piece that makes it feel timeless, yet perfectly in tune with today's styling. It's no surprise that it's become a go-to for fashion-forward women everywhere. Celebrities like Jennifer Lawrence, Dakota Johnson, and Elle Fanning have all been seen styling classic white shirts in fresh, understated ways, proving that simplicity is often the boldest choice. But two style muses stand out in particular this season: Victoria Beckham and twin models Amelie and Cecilia Musgard. Victoria Beckham's take is all about precision, crisp lines, perfect tailoring, minimal styling. Her white shirts always feel deliberate and strong. On the other hand, Amelie and Cecilia Musgard bring an effortless Scandinavian softness. Oversized cuffs, undone buttons, breezy styling. Two different moods, same timeless appeal. Both show how the white shirt can be sculpted into something that feels uniquely personal. When styled well, the white shirt does more than just clean up a look. It anchors it. This season, it's all about playing with balance, structure versus softness, fitted versus fluid, formal versus undone. Whether worn open, buttoned, or layered, it's the kind of piece that adds clarity and confidence to anything you pair it with. Stripes are one of the oldest patterns in fashion, and yet every few years, they come back in a completely new way. Summer 2025 is one of those moments. This season's stripes are bolder, sharper, and more expressive. Designers are reworking stripe placements, experimenting with scale, and playing with vertical versus diagonal directions. There's structure, but also a surprising amount of movement, and that tension is what makes stripes so relevant right now. Brands like Mons, Dior, and Proenza Schouler are all leaning into the stripe revival. Some offer pinstripe tailoring that feels modern and strong, others bring in wide, painterly lines that give visual impact to even the simplest silhouettes. There's a sense that stripes no longer need to behave. They can shift, warp, and reshape the body in unexpected ways. We've seen the trend show up on street-style stars and runways alike, but also on some of the most recognizable women in fashion. Kristen Stewart, Alexa Chung, and Elsa Hosk have all been spotted in striped pieces this season, styled in ways that range from minimal and clean to layered and expressive. But three standout names leading this trend right now: Sienna Miller, Reese Witherspoon, and Sophie Turner. Sienna keeps her looks relaxed and bohemian, often incorporating stripes into breezy sets or linen tailoring. Reese takes a more classic American approach, showing how clean lines and soft colors can elevate everyday pieces. And Sophie brings a youthful edge, playing with sharp contrasts and slightly oversized fits. Together, they show how versatile stripes can be, across styles, ages, and aesthetics. Stripes, when styled well, do more than just add pattern. They shape the look. Whether used to elongate, frame, or break up space, they create a visual rhythm that gives even simple outfits a clear point of view. This season, it's all about how you let the lines move with your body and how you balance them against solids, textures, or even more stripes. Let's talk about a trend that's both playful and polished: matching micro shorts. This isn't just about short shorts, it's about the styling around them. In summer 2025, micro shorts are being paired with matching tops, jackets, or vests to create a set that feels sleek and intentional. It's coordinated, structured, and surprisingly versatile. A modern take on the co-ord, with a lot more leg and a lot more attitude. We've seen this look across runways from brands like Fendi, Sandy Liang, and Chanel, where styling is key. These aren't casual pieces thrown together. The match is the message. Fabric, color, and proportion are all working in sync to create a silhouette that feels fresh, slightly nostalgic, and ready for the heat. Off the runway, it's caught on quickly. Celebrities like Barbara Palvin, Bella Hadid, and Sydney Sweeney have all been spotted in variations of this look, styled with boots, flats, or layered outerwear. It's cool, a little daring, but not overdone. Kristen Stewart takes what could be a super feminine look and flips it, often pairing it with masculine energy, tougher accessories, and that signature nonchalance. This trend is all about balance. The shorts might be micro, but the impact comes from the matching piece, whether it's tailored or soft, cropped or oversized. Together, the set becomes a uniform for summer, cohesive, effortless, and cool without trying. It's a look that commands attention without ever needing to ask for it. Let's move into a silhouette that's effortlessly elegant and surprisingly easy to wear: wide leg pants. Summer 2025 is making room, literally, for comfort, fluidity, and tailored drama. Wide leg trousers aren't just back, they're being elevated into wardrobe essentials. With clean lines, elongating shapes, and fabrics that move with you, they bring a sense of ease that still reads as polished. Designers like Loya, Dior, and Stella McCartney are all embracing the wide leg comeback. Whether in structured suiting, soft knits, or lightweight linens, the emphasis is on shape and flow. These pants don't cling or conform, they create space. And in that space, there's confidence. This silhouette has quickly become a favorite in off-duty and red carpet dressing. Celebrities like Laura Harrier, Zoe Kravitz, and Gigi Hadid have all made wide-leg trousers part of their signature summer styling, pairing them with everything from minimal tanks to oversized blazers. But one name who truly captures the versatility of wide-leg pants is Jennifer Lawrence. Whether she's in neutral tones with sleek tailoring or soft flowing fabrics for daytime, Jennifer shows how these pants can feel powerful without ever looking forced. There's always a grounded simplicity to the way she wears them, quiet, comfortable, and incredibly chic. Wide leg pants are the base for 1,000 different moods. Depending on the fabric, the cut, or what you wear up top, they can feel sharp, relaxed, minimal, or luxurious. It's not about the pant doing the talking, it's about the space it gives your whole outfit to breathe, flow, and move with intention. Love them or not, low-rise bottoms are officially back in full force for summer 2025. But this time around, they're not just making a nostalgic comeback. They're evolving, styled with sharper tailoring, minimal silhouettes, and a cooler, more effortless attitude. Today's low-rise is less about Y2K novelty and more about intention. We're seeing sleek trousers, flowing skirts, and structured denim, all designed to sit low on the hips without feeling sloppy. The emphasis is on relaxed silhouettes and confidence, letting the body breathe, not hiding it. Brands like Brandon Maxwell, Versace, and even Ferrari are leaning into the low-rise revival, showing how this silhouette can feel grown-up, directional, and undeniably modern. Styled right, it's less about exposing skin and more about shifting proportions. You'll see the trend reflected in names like Lily Rose Depp, Lila Moss, and Bella Hadid, who've all leaned into the low-rise look with their signature cool girl confidence, often pairing it with fitted tops, oversized outerwear, or sleek heels. One of the standout figures driving this trend is Emily Ratajkowski. Her take on low-rise is unapologetically body-conscious, Think slouchy trousers styled with crop tops or barely buttoned shirts. But it's not about showing off. It's about ease, movement, and that quiet edge that's so central to her off-duty aesthetic. Next is Madison Beer, who brings a more polished spin to the trend. Her looks often lean glossy and coordinated, pairing low-rise denim or minis with sleek knits or cropped jackets. It's Y2K influenced, yes, but reimagined with a grown-up sensibility and red carpet confidence. Then there's Amelia Gray, who delivers the most editorial take. Her styling is sharp, sometimes experimental, and always rooted in that model off-duty mood. From low-slung cargo pants to minimal skirt sets, she shows how this silhouette can be unexpected and completely modern. Low-rise pieces add instant attitude. Whether styled minimal or layered with volume, they shift the visual balance of an outfit and give it a cooler, more relaxed edge. The key isn't to replicate early 2000s nostalgia. It's to reinterpret it with today's cleaner, sharper styling language. Let's move into a silhouette that perfectly blends ease and structure: Bermuda shorts. Bermudas are the kind of trend that quietly re-emerge when the time is right, and summer 2025 has made the case for their return. They're longer than your typical shorts, more tailored than casual wear, and bring that in-between length that feels surprisingly refined. They're cool, confident, and made for those who want polish without sacrificing comfort. We've seen them show up in collections from brands like Burberry and Chanel, styled in ways that feel effortless but elevated. From crisp cotton to structured wool, even light-suiting fabrics, Bermudas are proving their versatility across both resort looks and city-ready ensembles. Off the runway, Hailey Bieber, Emma Corrin, and Kendall Jenner have all worked Bermuda shorts into their summer wardrobes, showing how this longer short can lean minimalist, edgy, or even slightly androgynous depending on the styling. But the standout name for this trend? Gigi Hadid. Gigi has been seen wearing Bermudas with a sense of balance that feels just right, often pairing them with oversized shirts, fitted tanks, or subtle accessories. Her looks are casual, but refined. Never too dressed down, never too formal. Bermuda shorts are all about proportion. Their longer line opens up styling possibilities, from structured layers to softer shapes. Whether you style them with minimal basics or elevated separates, they create a look that feels smart, unfussy, and endlessly wearable in the heat. There's something deeply satisfying about a matching set. And in summer 2025, this trend is evolving beyond simple coordination into a full statement. What makes matching sets so appealing right now is their built-in balance. They eliminate the guesswork, but never at the cost of style. This season, it's not just about wearing two pieces that match, it's about how they're designed to interact. Complementary cuts, thoughtful textures, and bold patterns that come together as a complete story. We're seeing everything from minimal monochrome tailoring to loud prints, silky fabrics, and denim duos. Brands like Gucci, Chanel, and Diesel are reinterpreting the matching set across aesthetics, some going sleek and structured, others leaning into playfulness and edge. It's a versatile trend that reads polished even when it's built from the most casual fabrics. And when it comes to embodying this trend with effortless confidence, Sydney Sweeney stands out. She brings a fresh femininity to coordinated dressing, often choosing silhouettes that are both flattering and modern. Matching sets create instant cohesion. Whether printed, tonal, or textured, they act as a visual unit, which gives you freedom to play with accessories, styling, and attitude. They're equal parts effortless and impactful, making them a go-to formula for days when you want to look styled, without having to overthink it. Jeans will never go out of style, but this summer it's all about how you pair them. The trend? Elevated tops with denim, a styling move that turns even the most casual jeans into something runway ready. We're not talking basic tanks or tees. The elevated top can be sculptural, sheer, tailored, dramatic, or draped. It adds polish, contrast, and personality to the everyday staple that is denim. It's the perfect balance between effortlessness and intention. Brands like Valentino, Etro, and Ami are all leaning into this styling equation, pairing ornate blouses, sleek corsets, bold shoulders, or sharp tailoring with denim in a way that feels current and impactful. It's not about dressing down or dressing up. It's about meeting in the middle, where modern style lives. You'll see the trend echoed in off-duty looks from names like Gigi Hadid, Dua Lipa, and Elsa Hosk, who all bring their own version of this styling trick, playing with proportion, texture, and shape to make denim feel elevated without being overdone. But if anyone's mastering this balance, it's Bella Hadid. Her styling always carries edge, but it's calculated. Bella often anchors statement tops, ruffles, asymmetric blouses, corsets, with straight leg or low-rise denim. It's her signature mix of laid-back and high fashion, without ever looking like she tried too hard. This styling formula is endlessly adaptable. You can keep the jeans simple, classic cuts, clean washes, and let the top do all the work. Ruffles, draping, volume, texture, whatever the vibe, the denim grounds it. It's a high-low pairing that feels fresh, balanced, and perfectly summer 2025. This summer, functionality meets aesthetic in one of the season's most effortless accessories, market totes. Once a practical staple for farmers' markets and beach days, the market tote has officially entered the fashion conversation. Lightweight, oversized, and unstructured, it's the kind of bag that doesn't try too hard. And that's exactly why it works. It brings a sense of ease and movement to any look, while still offering plenty of space for everything you carry. What sets the 2025 version apart is the styling. It's no longer just tossed over your shoulder on errand days. Now, it's being paired with elevated pieces and intentional outfits. The contrast between the relaxed bag and a clean, tailored silhouette adds texture, softness, and dimension. It's an accessory that says effortless, but never forgets the details. No one embodies this energy quite like Kaya Gerber. Her approach is unfussy, but undeniably chic. Whether she's wearing denim, airy dresses, or minimal layers, the market tote always feels like an extension of her style. The market tote adds a grounded, practical touch to summer looks. It softens tailored outfits, completes casual ones, and brings a lifestyle feel to whatever you're wearing. Woven, canvas, mesh, it doesn't matter. What matters is the energy, ease, functionality, and a little softness in a season built for movement. Let's talk about the bag that's never in your way, but always finishes the look, the crossbody. Crossbody bags have long been known for practicality, but this summer, they're taking on a more elevated role. With sleek shapes, thoughtful design, and a focus on versatility, the crossbody is less about convenience and more about balance. It's the bag that moves with you, from day to night, city to beach, minimal to styled. The 2025 approach is about restraint. You're not carrying everything, just what matters. The silhouette is clean, often sculpted or softly structured, and worn across the body in a way that creates movement and flow. It's part of the outfit now, not just an accessory, but a styling element. And no one captures this low-key luxury better than Jennifer Lawrence. Her bag choices are never loud, but they always work. Whether she's in loose tailoring or casual denim, the crossbody pulls it all together. The crossbody is perfect for summer movement. Whether slung over a blazer, layered over a dress, or paired with basics, it adds just enough structure without ever feeling heavy. Once reserved for evening wear and formal events, clutches are making a quiet but powerful return this summer. And this time, they're not just for nights out. The modern clutch is more versatile, more sculptural, and far more present in daytime looks. Designers are moving away from tiny, impractical versions and leaning into larger, more functional shapes. Oversized clutches, in particular, are having a major moment, designed to be tucked under the arm like a statement accessory, yet large enough to carry your essentials. Brands like Fendi, Coach, and Miu Miu are embracing this shift. From soft, slouchy pouches to sharply structured versions with bold hardware, today's clutch blends form and function in a way that feels intentional. It's not just about what you carry, it's about how you carry it. Style icons like Victoria Beckham and Sophia Richie are leading the way. Victoria with sleek, minimal envelope styles, and Sophia with understated luxury that pairs perfectly with her tailored summer aesthetic. Both show how the clutch can ground an outfit without competing with it. Whether carried under the arm, held by hand, or used to break up clean lines in an outfit, the clutch changes the energy of a look. It introduces shape, movement, and a little bit of drama, but in the most refined way. Next, let's talk about a summer staple that's been fully rebranded in 2025. Flip-flops, but not the beachy throwaway kind you're used to. This season, flip-flops have been elevated into quiet luxury territory. Sleek lines, high-end materials, and subtle design updates have turned this once casual basic into a key styling piece. It's all about minimal straps, squared-off toes, and ultra-flat soles that feel architectural, not just functional. Brands like The Row, Chloe, and Chanel are behind this shift, offering flip-flops that blend ease with elegance. Whether made of leather, sculpted rubber, or soft suede, the focus is on texture and silhouette. These aren't just shoes you throw on, they're accessories that complete a carefully styled outfit. And no one wears them better than Laura Harrier. Her style captures the exact balance this trend represents, laid back, but undeniably elevated. She proves that with the right flip-flop, you can stay grounded and still look incredibly chic. Flip-flops this season act like a reset button. They downplay sharp outfits, add softness to structured ones, and bring a modern, minimal energy to any look. Think of them less as a default and more as a styling choice, one that says comfort can absolutely coexist with cool. Somewhere between delicate and utilitarian lives one of this season's most unexpected hybrids: ballet sneakers. These aren't your classic ballet flats, nor are they your usual sporty soles. Instead, they combine the soft, rounded shapes of ballet shoes with the cushioning and practicality of sneakers. The result is something both graceful and grounded, an evolution of comfort dressing that still feels intentional. This silhouette has been reinterpreted across aesthetics, from chunky and streetwear-inspired to sleek and minimal. Brands like Puma, Louis Vuitton, and Jeffrey Campbell have each taken a different approach to the ballet sneaker, whether by adding bold soles, mesh uppers, wraparound straps, or stretch materials that mold to the foot. The key here is balance. The shoe adds an unexpected softness to any look, something traditionally feminine, but now styled in new, more directional ways. It's practical enough for walking, but still maintains that almost nostalgic touch of ballet core, without feeling costumey. Ballet sneakers bring a quiet quirk to your outfit. They soften sharper looks and add unexpected charm to casual ones. Whether you're styling them with sporty pieces or more refined silhouettes, they introduce a touch of movement and ease, without compromising on comfort. Soft, simple, and endlessly wearable, ballet flats are stepping into the spotlight once again this summer. They've never really gone out of style, but the 2025 version feels especially relevant. The look is clean, unfussy, and often pared back to its purest form. A rounded toe, barely their heel, and minimal hardware. It's a return to simplicity, and in a season of statement pieces and strong silhouettes, ballet flats bring a kind of quiet clarity. There's something inherently graceful about the way they move, barely lifting from the ground, staying close to the body, never overpowering a look. They're also deeply versatile, soft enough to pair with flowing fabrics, structured enough to anchor sharper tailoring. No one wears them quite like Kaya Gerber. Her styling is the perfect example of how to make ballet flats feel current. Whether she's wearing them with a breezy dress or tailored trousers and a tank, the flats never feel like an afterthought. They're part of the flow, adding ease and refinement to her look without taking center stage. Ballet flats bring softness without sweetness. They tone down bold pieces, elevate casual ones, and offer just the right touch of polish for warm weather dressing. Whether styled with minimalism or layered into more romantic looks, they feel intuitive, like a natural extension of your style rather than something added on. Last but not least, the classic polo cap. Specifically those iconic Polo Ralph Lauren baseball hats. They've become a quiet essential in summer styling, worn in endless colorways and always delivering that effortless, borrowed from the boys energy. Whether in navy, pastel, or white, the cap adds a relaxed, sporty edge to any look. We've seen them regularly on Kendall Jenner and Jennifer Lawrence, who style them with everything from oversized shirts to tank tops and jeans. And influencers have fully embraced the vibe, pairing polo caps with sundresses, swimsuits, or even tailoring for that cool contrast. It's an easy, wearable piece, the kind of accessory that finishes the look without ever overthinking it. The quirky librarian aesthetic is like stepping into a warm, sunlit library on a rainy day, except you get to take that feeling with you everywhere. It's rooted in nostalgia, borrowing from vintage academia and retro prep, but it has this playful streak that keeps it from feeling too buttoned up. Think cozy textures, earthy and jewel-toned color palettes, interesting layers, and those little details that make you look twice, like patterned socks peeking out from loafers, or a scarf that feels like it has a story. It's about mixing smart, tailored pieces with unexpected elements that give the outfit personality. This is the kind of style that feels both comforting and full of character. Like each piece you're wearing could have been discovered in a thrift store or passed down from someone who had a great sense of style. It's expressive without being loud, and the beauty is that it looks as good at your favorite cafe as it does wandering through an old bookstore. Emma Chamberlain captures this aesthetic perfectly. She makes bookish style look cool and current, pairing classic pieces with a playful edge that feels effortless. This aesthetic is all about making the familiar feel new again. Think of pieces that have charm and character, and play with how you layer and combine them. The goal is to create looks that feel inviting and full of personality, like they've been collected over time rather than bought all at once. Fur trims are one of those details that instantly elevate a look without making it feel over the top. They bring this touch of old-school glamour, but in a way that can be styled for everyday wear. You'll see them on collars, cuffs, coat hems, and even accessories, adding texture and a little bit of drama to otherwise simple silhouettes. What's great is how versatile they are. You can go for bold, oversized trims that make a statement, or subtle, delicate touches that just hint at luxury. Faux fur options are everywhere now, so you can get the look without it feeling heavy or dated. Pair them with sleek tailoring for that retro meets modern vibe, or contrast them with casual pieces to make the trims pop even more. This is the kind of trend that works in both day and night outfits, bringing a bit of warmth and sophistication wherever it goes. Emily Ratajkowski has been leaning into fur trims lately, using them to add a playful yet polished edge to her outfits. She shows how they can feel glamorous without losing that cool, modern energy. Fur trims are all about texture and contrast. Let them be the focal point, and keep the rest of the look balanced, so they stand out without overpowering everything else. Fringe is having a big moment this fall, and it's not just showing up in the obvious ways. Designers are using it across so many fabrics like silk, suede, leather, and even knits, giving it a fresh twist that works far beyond the boho festival look. It can add movement to a slip dress, texture to a tailored jacket, or a playful edge to a handbag. The beauty of fringe is that it catches the eye without trying too hard. In nightwear, it brings that swishy and glamorous energy to the dance floor, while in daywear, it can feel relaxed and effortless, like it's just part of the outfit's natural flow. It's also making its mark in accessories, from statement earrings to belts that turn a simple look into something memorable. This season is about treating fringe as both a design detail and a mood. It's dynamic, tactile, and a little bit daring. Kate Moss has worn fringe in every way imaginable, from glamorous evening gowns to casual jackets, proving it can work for any mood or occasion. Let the fringe bring the movement. The key is to keep the rest of the look simple so it has space to shine and create that effortless sense of drama. Checks are everywhere this fall, and they're coming in all kinds of variations, from classic plaids to gingham and bold oversized grids. This is one of those patterns that never really goes away, but this season it's stepping into the spotlight in a big way. You'll see it on tailored coats, wide-leg trousers, pleated skirts, and even statement accessories like scarves and bags. The beauty of checks is how adaptable they are. They can feel timeless and traditional, or they can be styled in unexpected ways to look fresh and modern. Mixing different check patterns together is also making a strong comeback, creating outfits that feel layered and full of character. Whether it's in muted autumn tones or vibrant color combinations, checks bring a structured, graphic element that instantly makes an outfit more interesting. Chloe Sevigny has long embraced checks in her wardrobe, from vintage plaid coats to playful gingham pieces, showing just how versatile and expressive this pattern can be. Let the checks be the anchor of the look. Build around them with textures and colors that complement the pattern while letting it take center stage. This fall, coats with built-in scarf panels and draped fronts are everywhere. Instead of just zipping or buttoning up, these designs wrap and fold across the shoulders, creating a layered look that feels both cozy and elevated. Some have wide scarf-like extensions that you can throw over one shoulder, while others are cut so the fabric naturally cascades across the chest. You'll see them in wool and cashmere, but also in cotton, leather, and other unexpected fabrics that give the style a fresh twist. It's a detail that turns a practical coat into a statement piece, adding depth and movement without piling on accessories. The look works for both polished city outfits and more relaxed weekend styles, and it has the kind of presence that makes outerwear feel like the main event. Kendall Jenner has been spotted in these draped scarf coats, styling them in a sleek, minimalist way that keeps the focus on the shape and flow. Let the drape be the statement. Keep the rest simple so the coat's shape and movement can stand out. This fall, the spotlight is shifting from micro minis to midi skirts that feel timeless and polished. The best ones have a little movement, whether it's from soft pleats, a gentle A-line, or a fabric that flows as you walk. They carry that ladylike charm, but still work for a range of styles, from casual daytime looks to something more elevated for evening. Pair them with a crisp shirt or a chunky sweater during the day, then swap in a sleek blazer or structured top at night, and you instantly look more put together without a lot of effort. Midi skirts also work beautifully with fall layers, making them a piece you can wear on repeat without feeling like you're repeating yourself. Katie Holmes has been making midi skirts look modern and wearable, styling them in ways that feel both relaxed and refined. Let the midi skirt anchor your look, then build around it with layers that highlight its flow and shape. Play with texture and color to keep it fresh, whether you go for a tonal palette or a striking contrast. This fall, designers are leaning into silhouettes that feel deliberately offbeat, breaking away from the idea that clothes always need to flatter in a conventional way. Shapes are exaggerated, proportions are unexpected, and the result is a look that makes you stop and take a second glance. Shoulders might be blown out, sleeves relaxed to the point of slouching, or skirts cut in a way that changes how the body moves. Some pieces feel oversized and cocoon-like, others are sculpted in strange yet beautiful ways. It is less about dressing to please and more about dressing for yourself, using shape and structure as the statement. These silhouettes have an energy that is both modern and a little rebellious, challenging the rules of what is considered pretty or polished. They can be dramatic on the runway, but with the right styling, they can slip into an everyday wardrobe and instantly make it more interesting. Rihanna is no stranger to awkward-fitting silhouettes, often choosing pieces with bold shapes and unexpected proportions that make her outfits feel ahead of the curve. Let the silhouette take the spotlight, keeping other elements simple so the shape can stand out. Use accessories sparingly, focusing on pieces that complement rather than compete with the proportions. The goal is to let the unexpected cuts and volumes create the statement for you. Maximalist minimalism is all about keeping a clean, streamlined base while adding just enough personality to make it stand out. It speaks to people who love minimal style, but are ready for something beyond the ultra simplicity of quiet luxury. The focus is on subtle experiments in texture, shape, and craft, details that give depth without overwhelming the look. You might see sleek silhouettes with unexpected pleating, a monochrome outfit with rich fabric contrast, or a single sculptural accessory that shifts the whole mood. It's the kind of style that looks effortless at first glance, but reveals more the longer you look. The palette often stays neutral or muted, letting the form and material do the work, and the overall effect is both refined and expressive. Taylor Russell embodies this balance beautifully, wearing looks that are pared back yet full of thoughtful detail and artistry. Start with a clean, simple base and introduce one element that makes the look stand out, whether it's a unique texture, a sculptural shape, or a striking accessory. Keep the palette refined so the detail remains the focus. Electric green is charging through fall fashion with a bold and high-energy punch. It's the kind of color that refuses to blend in, whether it appears as a full monochrome look or just a single pop in an accessory. This shade works surprisingly well across different fabrics, such as sleek satin, chunky knit, or structured leather, each giving it a different personality. In outerwear, it turns a simple coat into a statement. In dresses, it feels futuristic and confident. Even small touches like a bag or shoes can completely shift the mood of an outfit. Electric green works in both daytime street style and after-dark looks, bringing the same level of impact in any setting. It's not a color you wear quietly. It's meant to be seen. Dua Lipa has been spotted in striking electric green pieces that feel polished and fashion-forward, often wearing them in a way that highlights the boldness of the shade. Billie Eilish brings her own edge to the color, using it in relaxed and oversized streetwear looks that feel instantly recognizable as her signature. Let the color take charge by keeping the rest of the outfit understated. Use textures that highlight the shade, like smooth leather or soft knits. Even in small doses, this green will become the most memorable part of the look. Western influences are riding strong into fall, mixing classic American ranch style with touches of Southwestern detail and a hint of high fashion glamour. Think rich leather, sturdy denim, fringe accents, and cowboy-inspired accessories, all reimagined in a way that works for city streets as much as open plains. Designers are playing with everything from rustic plaids to embossed belts and boots, sometimes leaning into the ruggedness and other times pushing it into full-on cowgirl glam. It's a trend that works beautifully in both subtle nods and full statement looks. The mix of textures such as smooth leather, worn denim, and soft suede brings depth, while the overall mood keeps that free-spirited edge. Western style this season is less about dressing for a rodeo and more about channeling an attitude of confidence and individuality. Bella Hadid has embraced Western elements in her wardrobe, pairing cowboy boots, structured denim, and statement belts in ways that feel both fashion-forward and authentic to her personal style. Bring in one or two Western-inspired pieces, like boots or a belt, and blend them with modern staples. Play with textures like leather, denim, or suede to give depth. The aim is to nod to the West without looking like you are in full costume. Back to the Future style is all about mixing a futuristic edge with fashion that still feels wearable right now. It takes inspiration from sci-fi movies, experimental fabrics, and bold sculptural shapes, then blends them with silhouettes that work off the runway too. Think high-shine metallics, space-age accessories, sleek bodysuits, and architectural tailoring. Designers are playing with unusual textures and innovative cuts that feel ahead of their time, while still grounding the look in something you can actually step out in. It's confident, imaginative, and a little bit theatrical, bringing a fresh energy to fall dressing. The vibe is less about predicting the future and more about dressing like you have already arrived there. Zendaya has been serving futuristic red carpet looks with structured silhouettes and glossy finishes that feel cinematic. Julia Fox takes a more experimental approach, leaning into daring cuts and unexpected materials that push the aesthetic even further. Choose one futuristic detail, such as metallics, high-shine fabrics, or sculptural shapes, and make it the star of your outfit. Keep the rest streamlined so the modern edge stands out. The look should feel forward-thinking, but still wearable. Grandma's couch style is all about leaning into prints, textures, and fabrics that feel like they could have come straight from a vintage living room. Think floral upholstery patterns, tapestry textures, rich brocades, and the occasional lace that looks like it once belonged on a dining table. It's nostalgic and a little bit kitschy, but when done right, it becomes a statement of personality and charm. Designers have been playing with this idea in both subtle and over-the-top ways, from delicate jacquard coats to gowns that look like they were made from reimagined curtains or bedspreads. It's a trend that embraces history and humor at the same time, turning familiar homey details into something unexpectedly chic. Elle Fanning has worn romantic floral and tapestry-inspired pieces that capture the charm of this aesthetic. Anna Wintour often gravitates toward bold vintage-style prints, giving them a refined and polished spin. Mix vintage-inspired prints or textures with modern silhouettes to keep them feeling current. Balance ornate patterns with simple accessories and clean lines. Let the print bring warmth and personality to the outfit. Matching sets are having a major moment this fall, offering a shortcut to looking polished without having to overthink your outfit. The beauty of a co-ord is that it instantly feels put together, whether it's a sleek tailored suit, a knit set, or a patterned top and skirt combo. Designers are playing with textures, prints, and silhouettes to make sets that work for everything from relaxed daytime wear to full evening glam. They're versatile too, because you can break them apart and style the pieces separately, which gives you even more mileage out of your wardrobe. Matching sets also make a strong style statement while keeping the overall look clean and cohesive. Anya Taylor-Joy often wears sophisticated matching sets that highlight her sleek, elegant style. Lily Rose Depp has been spotted in playful and feminine co-ords, bringing a softer and more romantic take to the trend. Wear the set as it is, and let the coordination do all the work for you. Add accessories that enhance the color or texture, so the whole look feels intentional and complete. Keep the styling consistent from head to toe to make the matching set the star of the outfit. Nomadland style takes the spirit of bohemian dressing and gives it a grounded, lived-in feel. It's about pieces that look like they have traveled with you, layered and mixed in a way that feels personal rather than styled to perfection. Think flowing blouses, soft knits, embroidered jackets, and maxi skirts that move with you. The silhouettes are loose and billowing, balanced by sturdy flat shoes, wide belts worn low on the hips, and plenty of layered jewelry. The color palette often leans into earthy tones, with fabrics that have texture and weight, making the outfits feel as good as they look. It's easygoing but still rich in detail, giving the impression of a life full of stories and places visited. Lisa Bonet has long embraced this aesthetic, with her flowing layers and artisanal accessories. Vanessa Paradis brings a softer, romantic edge to it, while still keeping that free-spirited mood. Layer flowing, textured pieces that look like they have been collected over time. Add accessories like belts or jewelry to bring in personality. The outfit should tell a story while staying comfortable and easy to wear. Frazzled elegance is the art of taking something glamorous and letting it feel a little undone. This season, it often starts with an evening dress, whether silky, sequined, or floor-length, and then pairs it with something unexpected like a boxy modern jacket, an oversized coat, or a chunky knit scarf. Hair is slightly tousled, makeup looks lived in rather than perfected, and the overall effect is a mix of polish and spontaneity. The look plays with contrast, letting the beauty of the dress shine while grounding it with pieces that feel more everyday. It's a style that suggests you just stepped out of a party into the real world without changing, and somehow it works even better that way. On the runways, designers have leaned into this mix by pairing luxe fabrics with practical layers, creating outfits that are both sophisticated and full of personality. Suki Waterhouse often pairs romantic dresses with outerwear and slightly messy hair, nailing the effortless charm of this trend. Pair something glamorous with a piece that feels more everyday, like a coat or chunky scarf. Let hair and makeup stay slightly undone to keep the mood relaxed. The mix of polish and imperfection is the charm. Purple is stepping into the spotlight this fall, from deep royal shades to softer lavender tones. It's a color that can feel both powerful and romantic, depending on how it's styled. Designers are showing it in sleek tailoring, fluid dresses, plush knits, and even statement outerwear. Rich jewel purples add drama and elegance, while lighter shades bring a dreamy, almost ethereal mood. It works beautifully as a head-to-toe look, but it can be just as striking in a single statement piece. Purple has a way of standing out without shouting, making it perfect for anyone who wants to make an impact with color. Victoria Beckham often wears rich purple pieces that feel refined and polished, showing how to make the shade look timeless. Choose a purple piece that sets the tone and build the rest of the outfit around it. Pair rich jewel purples with deep neutrals or lighter shades with soft fabrics. Let the color bring a sense of depth and sophistication. Subtle sheers take the idea of naked dressing and make it softer and more wearable. Instead of full transparency, it's about delicate layers and fabrics that only reveal small parts of the body. Think translucent overlays, organza panels, or chiffon sleeves that catch the light without showing too much. The focus is on creating depth and texture through layering, letting the sheer element become part of the design rather than the whole statement. In warmer months, it might be a sheer blouse over a bralette or a skirt with a gauzy layer that moves as you walk. In autumn, it pairs beautifully with opaque tights, chunky knits, or tailored outerwear, balancing modesty with a hint of allure. It feels romantic and modern at the same time, making it a detail you can work into both everyday looks and evening outfits. Daisy Edgar-Jones often wears delicate sheer details that add softness and dimension to her looks without taking away from their elegance. Layer sheer elements over opaque pieces to play with visibility and texture. Focus on showing just enough while keeping most of the look covered. This creates intrigue without sacrificing comfort or modesty. Modern Scholar's style takes the foundation of classic academic dressing and gives it a fresh twist. The staples are all there, from corduroys and collared shirts to blazers and polos, but they're layered and styled in ways that feel unexpected and current. It's less about following a strict prep look, and more about playing with proportions, textures, and accessories to create something intellectual yet fashion-forward. Glasses become statement pieces, knitwear is layered in inventive combinations, and traditional tailoring is mixed with more relaxed elements. The result is smart, creative, and just a little unconventional, making it perfect for fall layering. Emma Corrin brings this aesthetic to life with layered scholarly pieces that always have a modern edge. Mix academic staples like blazers, button-ups, and knits in unexpected combinations. Layer textures and patterns to add interest. The key is to keep it polished but a little unconventional. Brown continues to be one of the strongest colors for fall, holding its place as a versatile and sophisticated choice. From deep chocolate and warm caramel to soft taupe, it works beautifully across different fabrics and textures. In leather, it feels sleek and powerful. In wool, it's cozy and timeless. And in silk or satin, it brings a softer, more romantic touch. Brown also layers easily with other autumn shades, making it a reliable base for both casual and more elevated outfits. This season, it's showing up in everything from tailored suits and oversized coats to accessories that tie a look together. Gigi Hadid often wears rich brown pieces that make her outfits feel warm, grounded, and effortlessly chic. Combine different shades and textures of brown for a rich, layered look. Pair deep chocolate tones with lighter caramels or taupes for contrast. Let the color palette carry the sophistication. Dark romance blends Gothic elegance with soft, romantic touches. It's rich in mood and atmosphere, often built on deep colors like black, burgundy, plum, and midnight blue, paired with delicate fabrics such as lace, chiffon, and satin. The silhouettes can be dramatic with flowing sleeves, high necklines, or sweeping skirts, but they are balanced by details like ruffles, bows, or floral motifs that soften the overall look. This style thrives on contrast, mixing strength and vulnerability in the same outfit. It works beautifully for evening, but can also be adapted for daytime with layered outerwear and heavier textures. Anya Taylor-Joy has brought dark romance to life through rich fabrics, dramatic silhouettes, and a sense of old-world glamour. Use deep, moody colors paired with romantic fabrics like lace or chiffon. Keep accessories elegant, but minimal to maintain the drama. The goal is to blend strength and softness in one look. Maxi coats are taking over this fall, bringing drama, warmth, and elegance in equal measure. Falling well below the knee and often brushing the ankle, they create a long, streamlined silhouette that instantly makes an outfit feel more polished. Designers are showing them in everything from sharp tailored wool to soft, oversized puffers, proving they work for both refined and relaxed looks. The length adds movement and presence, while also making them practical for colder weather. Maxi coats can be the statement piece in an outfit or a neutral layer that quietly pulls everything together. Hailey Bieber often wears maxi coats over both casual and tailored looks, proving how versatile they can be. She tends to choose clean cuts and neutral shades, using the coat as the piece that instantly ties the whole outfit together. Let the coat's length define your silhouette, and keep what's underneath streamlined. Choose fabrics that move well for added drama. The maxi coat should feel like the centerpiece of the outfit. Luxe fabrics are making a strong statement this fall, turning even the simplest silhouettes into something special. Velvet, satin, cashmere, silk, and fine wool are taking center stage, often in rich jewel tones or deep neutrals that highlight their texture and depth. These fabrics catch the light, drape beautifully, and instantly make an outfit feel elevated. They work just as well in evening wear as they do in more casual pieces, like a cashmere sweater with jeans or a silk shirt layered under a blazer. The focus is on quality, touch, and the way the fabric moves, making it less about trends and more about timeless elegance. Kendall Jenner often incorporates luxe fabrics into sleek, minimalist looks that let the material speak for itself. Cate Blanchett wears them in refined, elegant shapes that highlight the richness of the fabric without overpowering the look. Pick fabrics that feel luxurious, like silk, velvet, or cashmere, and let them stand on their own. Keep cuts simple so the texture takes the spotlight. Mixing two luxe fabrics can add even more richness. Animal prints are back in full force this fall, and it's not just about leopard anymore. Designers are drawing from the entire jungle, mixing zebra stripes, tiger patterns, snakeskin textures, and even giraffe spots into their collections. These prints are appearing on everything from statement coats and tailored trousers to dresses, bags, and shoes. The palette ranges from realistic earth tones to bold, unexpected colors that make the patterns feel fresh. Animal prints can be worn head to toe for maximum impact or as a single statement piece to add edge to a look. The beauty of this trend is how it can read both wild and sophisticated depending on the styling. Dua Lipa often wears bold animal prints in modern silhouettes that keep them looking fresh and fashion-forward. Anna Wintour has long incorporated leopard and other prints into her wardrobe, proving their staying power as timeless statement patterns. Work with one animal print as the main statement, or mix two for extra impact. Keep the rest of the outfit simple to avoid overwhelming the look. Let the print bring the attitude. Lace is covering the runways this fall, moving far beyond its usual role in evening wear. Designers are using it in dresses, skirts, blouses, outerwear, and even accessories, playing with different scales and patterns to give it new life. Sometimes it is delicate and romantic, other times it's bold and graphic, but it always adds texture and detail that draw the eye. Lace works beautifully layered over other fabrics, used as a trim, or worn on its own for maximum impact. It can be styled in a way that feels vintage-inspired, or paired with modern shapes and materials to make it feel fresh. This season, it's less about saving lace for special occasions, and more about wearing it as an everyday statement. Alexa Chung often brings lace into her looks, balancing its romantic feel with pieces that keep the outfit modern and effortless. Use lace as the focal point, whether it's an entire piece or just a detail. Balance its delicacy with modern accessories or structured layers. This keeps it from feeling too traditional. Slouchy and structured is all about finding the balance between relaxed ease and sharp tailoring. Designers are pairing oversized sweaters with sleek trousers, soft draped coats over fitted dresses, and wide leg pants with crisp blazers. The contrast between fluid shapes and clean lines creates outfits that feel comfortable but still refined. It's a look that works for day or night, depending on the fabrics and accessories you choose. The key is to let one element bring the softness and the other provide the shape, so the outfit feels intentional without being stiff. This mix makes it easy to look put together while still moving freely and feeling at ease. Demi Moore often wears outfits that combine relaxed silhouettes with precise tailoring, creating a look that is both effortless and sophisticated. Pair something soft and relaxed with a sharply tailored piece. The contrast makes both elements stand out. Keep accessories clean to maintain balance. Squishy bags are taking over this fall, replacing sharp, structured styles with soft shapes you can fold, hug, or sling easily over your shoulder. They come in every form, from oversized totes to clutches and crossbody bags, all made in buttery leather, supple suede, or other soft-touch materials. Many are carried tucked under the arm or loosely held, which adds to their relaxed appeal. After years of rigid silhouettes, this shift feels more laid back and a little nostalgic, calling back to the effortless boho energy of the early 2000s. On the runways, designers played with different sizes and finishes, from jumbo suede carryalls to small folded clutches, all with that same unstructured charm. It is an accessory trend that works just as well for everyday errands as it does for evenings out, bringing comfort and ease to any look. Opt for a soft, unstructured bag and carry it in a relaxed way. Let the texture and shape bring ease to the look. The bag should feel like part of the outfit's mood, not just an add-on. Slouchy boots are making a strong return this fall, bringing a mix of nostalgia and statement style. With their relaxed fit and soft folded shapes, they feel a little bit rock and roll and a little bit romantic. Designers have shown them in a range of interpretations, from pirate-inspired styles to sleek modern takes in suede and leather. They work with floaty dresses for a bohemian mood, or tucked-over trousers for a more tailored look. The slouch shape adds movement and texture, making them a standout piece in any outfit. Whether you lean into their theatrical side or keep them simple, slouchy boots are an easy way to give your fall looks more personality. Show off the boots by pairing them with hemlines that highlight their shape. Let the relaxed fit add personality to dresses or tucked-in trousers. Keep the styling simple so the boots stay the focus. The school shoe is one of the most practical yet stylish footwear choices this fall. Lace-up brogues, backless loafers, chunky flats, and glossy patent slip-ons are appearing with everything from preppy skirt suits to flowing dresses. They add a polished touch while staying comfortable enough for all-day wear. Whether styled with colorful socks or kept sleek and simple, the school shoe is a smart upgrade from ballet flats and sneakers. Pair them with anything from tailored trousers to dresses, letting the shoe's structure give your outfit a smart finishing touch. Statement belts are the accessory of the season, taking outfits from simple to striking in an instant. This fall, they come in every shape and style, from oversized obi belts to delicate chain designs and bold leather pieces. Some designers layered 2 or even 3 at a time, creating eye-catching waist details that completely change the silhouette. Western-inspired buckles, colorful leather, and sculptural hardware all played a part in making the belt more than just a functional piece. Whether cinching a coat, defining the waist of a dress, or adding edge to tailoring, a statement belt is an easy way to refresh your wardrobe. Use a bold belt to change the shape of your outfit and draw the eye to the waist. Play with different widths, textures, and placements to see how it transforms the mood, from polished and elegant to relaxed and playful. Bold jewelry is everywhere this fall, from oversized gold earrings to chunky pearl strands and jewel-tone statement pieces. Brooches are back too, pinned to coats, blazers, and knits for an instant lift. The focus is on pieces that stand out and bring personality to even the simplest outfit. Choose 1 or 2 standout pieces in gold, pearl, or jewel tones. Let them elevate a simple outfit instantly. Placement matters, so experiment with how you wear them. Capes are having a real comeback moment this winter, and it's not subtle at all. Designers are treating them like these dramatic sculptural layers that instantly elevate anything underneath. You see them at houses like Michael Kors and Louis Vuitton, where they play with sharp tailoring, blanket-like wools, and shapes that move beautifully when you walk. What I love is how a cape gives you presence without feeling heavy or overdone. It's warm, it's practical, and still feels like something out of a really good fashion movie. This season, capes come in every personality, structured and commanding, soft and cozy, floor-length, cropped, minimalist, romantic. It's one of those pieces that does all the work for you. You throw it on, and suddenly the simplest outfit looks curated and intentional. Anya Taylor-Joy is the perfect example of how to wear capes without making them feel costumey. She brings this effortless drama to them, light, elegant, and a bit fairy tale in the best way. For the outfit ideas, imagine simple, balanced layers underneath to keep the focus on the cape's shape and movement. Think clean silhouettes and combinations that feel warm, polished, and easy to adapt to your own style. Red is having a huge moment this winter, and the energy it brings is impossible to miss. It's bold, fiery, confident, the kind of color that instantly wakes up an outfit. This season, it's showing up in every form. Full monochrome red looks that make a statement the second you walk in, and small, well-placed touches that give a neutral outfit a spark. Designers like Calvin Klein, Althusara, Tory Burch, and even Gucci are all leaning into red in completely different ways, which shows how versatile it really is. What makes this trend exciting is that it works no matter your style. If you love a dramatic moment, an all-red coat or dress looks incredible in the winter light. And if you prefer something more minimal, just a hint, maybe a red knit, a scarf, or even a simple accessory, brings so much warmth and personality. Red has this way of making an outfit feel alive without needing anything complicated. It's the easiest mood booster in fashion. Jennifer Lawrence embraces red in such a modern, effortless way. Whether she's wearing a bold piece or just adding a touch of color, she always makes it look clean, chic, and completely wearable. For the outfit ideas, think about looks where red adds energy, either as the main focus or as a subtle accent that brightens a simple winter palette. The goal is to keep everything balanced while letting that hint of red bring life, warmth, and confidence to the outfit. Knit dresses are one of those winter pieces that just make sense, and in 2025, they're getting even more refined. Designers are treating them like modern essentials. Clean lines, beautiful textures, and silhouettes that feel effortless, but still incredibly polished. There's something so satisfying about slipping into a dress that's soft, warm, and structured enough to look intentional without adding a million layers. It's that blend of comfort and elegance that makes knit dresses such a go-to this season. What's exciting is how much variety we're seeing. Ribbed middies, chunkier knits with a little movement, sleek maxi styles that almost feel like a second skin. Some are minimal and sculptural. Others have more relaxed shapes that drape beautifully. And because the fabric is doing most of the work, the outfits feel easy. You don't have to overthink anything. The dress shapes the whole look for you. Rosie wears knit dresses better than almost anyone. She leans into those clean, neutral tones that make the fabric and silhouette stand out, giving the trend a really elevated, quiet luxury feel. Emily brings a more relaxed, cool girl edge to knit dresses. She proves how versatile they can be, styled casually one day, more refined the next, always with that confident, effortless energy she's known for. For the outfit ideas, think about looks that highlight the texture and shape of the dress without adding too much. Simple layers, easy accessories, and combinations that feel warm, streamlined, and very wearable. The kind of winter outfits that look polished but still feel incredibly comfortable. Goth girl chic is one of the most expressive trends of winter 2025, and it's definitely not the cliché, over-the-top version people sometimes imagine. This season it's darker but cleaner, dramatic but polished, and honestly much more wearable. Designers are playing with rich black tones, sharp tailoring, hints of lace, leather finishes, and those subtle theatrical details that make everything feel a bit cinematic. The whole aesthetic is less about being edgy for the sake of it, and more about leaning into a confident, artistic mood. What makes this trend stand out is the balance between intensity and sophistication. You get those bold silhouettes, deep textures, and moody contrasts, but the styling stays intentional and modern. Mixing matte and shine, hard and soft, structured and fluid, it's all about building depth without heaviness. It's expressive, it's bold, and it's a fun way to bring personality into winter dressing without losing comfort or practicality. Jenna has really become the face of modern goth chic. Her looks are sleek, sharp, and slightly mysterious. She leans into clean silhouettes and dark tones in a way that feels very current and incredibly wearable. She proves that goth can be minimal, chic, and totally everyday friendly. Billie taps into the aesthetic from a completely different angle. She brings that oversized, experimental energy to it. Her take feels expressive and creative, blending darkness with comfort and fluidity. Rosalia brings the drama, the romantic, powerful, textural drama. Her version mixes Gothic elements with a passionate, artistic feel, giving the trend a warmth and rhythm that's really unique. She shows how goth chic can be bold and theatrical, but still elegant and modern. For the outfit ideas, imagine combinations that play with depth and texture, pieces that feel moody but refined, layered in a way that creates movement instead of weight. Think about looks built around strong shapes and dark tones, softened with interesting materials or subtle contrasts. Fur is one of those textures that instantly transforms a winter outfit, and this season it's being used in so many unexpected ways. It's not just about the big dramatic coats anymore. Designers are adding fur to scarves, hats, handbags, sleeves, and even tiny trims that completely shift the mood of a look. Brands like Chloe, Gucci, and Prada are showing how a little bit of plush texture can make even a simple winter outfit feel richer and more dimensional. It brings warmth, of course, but also this soft, cozy luxury that really stands out in the cold months. What feels fresh about 2025's take is how flexible the trend is. You can go for that full, oversized fur coat moment when you want something dramatic and cozy, or you can play with smaller accents, maybe a fluffy collar, a fuzzy handbag, or soft fur-lined details that give subtle depth. It's a trend that works for maximalists and minimalists because it's really about the texture more than the scale. A tiny touch can be just as impactful as a full statement piece. Rihanna loves using texture to create drama, and fur fits perfectly into her winter wardrobe. She wears it with confidence and a sense of fun, turning even the boldest pieces into something modern and fresh. Hailey gives fur a calmer, more refined feel. Her neutral faux fur coats and soft trims make the trend look effortless and clean, while still adding that winter softness she gravitates toward. For the outfit ideas, think of looks where fur is used to add warmth and dimension, either as the main focus or as a subtle accent. It's all about creating combinations that feel cozy, polished, and textural without overloading the outfit. A little softness can completely change the winter mood. Earth colors are becoming a huge part of winter 2025, and honestly, they're such a refreshing shift from the usual icy, cool-tone palettes we see every year. This season is all about rich browns, warm caramels, soft olives, deep clay tones, and even those muted sandy neutrals that instantly make an outfit feel grounded and calm. The beauty of earth colors is how quietly luxurious they look. They're subtle, warm, and incredibly easy to build outfits around. They add depth without loudness, and they make winter dressing feel softer and more natural. What's really nice is how these shades blend together. There are so many looks mixing different earth tones, and they create this warm, layered harmony that feels both natural and elevated. Designers are using them in structured coats, chunky knits, leather pieces, tailored trousers, even evening wear. You get all the warmth and coziness of the palette, but with a polished, elevated finish. It's one of those trends that works for minimalists and maximalists, because it's really about embracing warmth and texture. Earth colors make everything feel more intentional, even when the pieces are simple. Zoe Saldana wears earth tones so beautifully. She gravitates toward warm, natural shades that complement her effortless style and shows how these colors can be subtle but still incredibly striking. Imagine combinations built around warmth and softness, pieces that flow together through color rather than contrast. Think of looks that feel calm, grounded, and easy to wear, with textures and tones that harmonize naturally. Earth colors make winter outfits feel cozy, but still polished and refined. Comfort dressing is becoming a real pillar of winter 2025, and honestly, it makes so much sense. This season is full of pieces that feel soft, relaxed, and easy, but still look polished enough to wear anywhere. Think cozy knits, loose silhouettes, warm layers, and fabrics that feel like a hug. It's not about looking lazy, it's about giving yourself space to breathe while still feeling put together. Designers are leaning into this mood with elevated loungewear, relaxed tailoring, and soft textures that blur the line between home comfort and street style. What's great is that comfort dressing is incredibly flexible. Some looks feel very minimal and clean, while others lean into that warm, bundled-up vibe we all love in winter. You can layer, play with proportions, mix soft knits with structured pieces. It's all about ease and effortless movement. The whole trend is rooted in the idea that you don't have to sacrifice style just to feel comfortable. You can actually have both. Jennifer Lopez brings her own spin to comfort dressing. She's often seen in cozy knit sweaters paired with jeans and Uggs, and she makes the combo look effortlessly chic. It proves that even the comfiest basics can feel polished with the right attitude. Gigi brings that cool, effortless energy to the trend. She mixes soft knits, relaxed layers, and everyday basics in a way that feels modern, practical, and totally wearable. For the outfit ideas, imagine easy combinations built around softness, warmth, and movement. Pieces that make you feel relaxed but also pulled together. The vibe is calm, cozy, and practical, with silhouettes that look good without trying too hard. Collars are becoming one of the most important details in winter 2025, and it's funny because they're usually something we don't even think about. This season, though, they're stepping into the spotlight in a big way. Designers are experimenting with every kind of shape. Dramatic funnel necks, soft draped collars, sharp structured ones, even the barely there versions that feel intentional rather than simple. It's amazing how a single design detail near the neckline can completely change the attitude of an outfit. There's also this mix of function and fashion happening. Some collars are sculptural and bold, almost like built-in accessories. Others are clean and minimal, giving outfits a modern polish without any extra effort. And then you have those high, protective funnel necks that feel a little dramatic, but also incredibly practical in cold weather. It's a trend that makes winter pieces feel new again. Suddenly coats, jackets, and knitwear have this fresh energy just through the neckline. Elle Fanning brings such a soft, elegant touch to this trend. She wears interesting collars in a way that feels delicate and refined, showing how even the most dramatic shapes can still look romantic and modern. Sarah Paulson approaches collars with a more structured, bold energy. She gravitates towards sharp lines and standout shapes, proving how powerful a collar can be when it becomes the focal point of the outfit. For the outfit ideas, imagine pieces where the collar is really the hero. Looks that stay simple so the neckline can take center stage. It's all about silhouettes that feel clean, modern, and a little bit dramatic, without needing much else to make an impact. Country house cool is one of those winter trends that feels timeless the moment you see it. It's all about those heritage fabrics and classic silhouettes that give you this quiet sense of permanence. The kind of pieces that feel like they've lived a life before you, but still look incredibly modern. Think textured knits, soft wool coats, quilted layers, sturdy boots, and scarves that look like they were made to survive decades of winters. It's cozy, practical, and a little bit nostalgic, but in a very elevated way. The clothes look ready for real weather: misty mornings, muddy paths, light rain, chilly air. But at the same time, there's this refined countryside polish to it, like rustic charm meeting modern tailoring. You get barn jackets mixed with polished sweaters, fair isle patterns done in rich colors, quilted coats that feel luxe instead of bulky. It's a blend of comfort and sophistication that gives winter outfits so much character. For the outfit ideas, imagine layers that feel lived in but still put together. Warm textures, earthy tones, and silhouettes that are practical without losing elegance. The vibe is cozy, classic, and quietly luxurious, as if every piece has a little story behind it. Knee-length skirts are making such a strong comeback this winter, and they feel like one of the most wearable trends of the season. There's something really refreshing about a skirt length that's polished without being too formal, and feminine without trying too hard. Designers are playing with all kinds of shapes: soft A-lines, structured pencil styles, pleated versions, even slightly slouchy ones that move beautifully. It's that perfect middle ground between mini and midi, and it gives winter outfits a clean, balanced proportion. What's nice is how versatile the trend is. Knee-length skirts look great with oversized knits, sleek boots, structured coats, or more relaxed winter layers. They can feel preppy, classic, modern, or even a little edgy depending on how you style them. And because the length is so practical, they work for everyday, workwear, and going out looks without any effort. It's one of those pieces that instantly gives your outfit a bit of shape and intention. Bella brings that cool retro-modern twist to knee-length skirts. She styles them in a way that feels sharp and a little unexpected, giving the trend a stylish city girl confidence. Matilda makes knee-length skirts look soft, Scandinavian, and effortlessly feminine. She leans into clean silhouettes and light textures, proving how timeless and easy this length can be. Think about combinations that highlight the skirt's shape. Simple layers, clean lines, and pieces that balance the length without overpowering it. The mood stays polished, warm, and wearable, showing how this classic skirt can fit seamlessly into winter wardrobes. Statement shoulders are one of the clearest signs that the 1980s influence is fully back this winter, but with a completely updated attitude. There's this renewed love for strong, structured silhouettes, and designers are leaning into it in ways that feel powerful without being overwhelming. You see everything from padded blazers to sharply tailored coats, sculptural knitwear, and even blouses with a little unexpected volume. It's like fashion rediscovered how transformative a well-built shoulder can be. What makes this trend feel so fresh for 2025 is the balance. Yes, the shoulders are bold, but the rest of the styling stays sleek and minimal, which gives the whole look a modern, wearable confidence. It's less costume, more quiet authority. And it works across aesthetics, whether you're into tailored pieces, something more relaxed, or even a touch of boho. The structure instantly elevates everything and gives that subtle power-dressing energy without going full throwback. Designers from Gucci to Isabel Marant are proving that strong shoulders can feel dramatic, stylish, and surprisingly versatile. Hailey Bieber is a master at clean, modern tailoring, and statement shoulders fit right into her world. She gravitates towards structured blazers and outerwear with sharp lines, and she wears them in a way that feels effortless and polished. Her take is bold but still totally wearable for every day. For the outfit ideas, picture looks where the shoulder shape does most of the work. Simple layers underneath, clean proportions, and silhouettes that feel powerful without trying too hard. The overall mood is confident, sleek, and very much in that updated power dressing spirit. Suede is becoming one of the most beautiful textures of winter 2025. It has this soft, velvety richness that instantly makes an outfit feel more refined, and designers are really leaning into it this season. You see suede in tailored jackets, long coats, structured skirts, and even accessories. All in those warm toffee, chestnut, and chocolate shades that look especially stunning in winter light. It feels luxurious but still grounded and wearable, which is why it's quickly becoming a go-to fabric again. What sets suede apart right now is how clean and sharp the silhouettes are. Instead of the more relaxed shapes we've seen in past seasons, the newer pieces are tailored, sculpted, and designed to show off the texture in the best way. And even though suede feels delicate, it's easier to wear than people think. A little protective spray and some weather awareness make all the difference. It's one of those materials that instantly elevates a simple outfit with minimal effort. Kendall Jenner wears suede in a very modern, polished way. She gravitates toward fitted jackets and clean-lined coats that highlight the texture without overwhelming the look. Her style shows how suede can feel timeless, cool, and quietly luxurious. For the outfit ideas, imagine pieces where the suede brings warmth and texture to the whole look. Simple silhouettes that let the material stand out. The vibe is clean, soft, and elevated. Perfect for winter days when you want something understated but still special. Tied-up knitwear is one of the smartest and most effortless trends of winter 2025. It takes something we all already own, a simple sweater, and turns it into a styling piece. Draped over the shoulders, it gives this chic, polished, almost preppy touch. Tied around the hips, it feels more relaxed and urban, like an easy way to add texture without committing to another full layer. It's one of those small details that makes an outfit instantly look more thought out. There's also this whole other direction designers are playing with, where knits are twisted, looped, or tied in unexpected ways. Some sweaters are designed to be styled that way from the start, wrapped across the body, pinned, or folded into sculptural shapes. Others are styled over coats or jackets to add volume, softness, and a little bit of that eccentric fashion editor energy. It's functional, it's fun, and it gives winter outfits a fresh sense of personality. Gigi Hadid wears tied-up knitwear, with the perfect balance of ease and polish. She drapes sweaters over her shoulders for a clean, chic look, and ties them around her waist when she wants something more casual and city-friendly. She makes the trend feel natural and incredibly wearable. For the outfit ideas, imagine simple outfits that get an instant lift from a tied-up sweater. Soft textures, easy shapes, and relaxed layers that add movement. The overall vibe is warm, effortless, and stylish, without needing anything complicated. Stripes are making a big return this winter, and designers are treating them like a playground. There's this whole conversation happening around what stripes can be: bold, loud, playful, super minimal, even a little quirky. This season, they're showing up in so many different moods. Thick statement stripes, soft fuzzy knit stripes, unexpected color mixes, even reimagined pinstripes that feel nothing like office wear. It's one of those patterns that everyone knows, but suddenly feels brand new again. Some designers are going really bold with oversized, colorful versions that completely take over the outfit. Others are playing with texture to give the pattern more depth and personality. But you also have those cleaner, quieter interpretations that still feel fresh, especially the new versions of pinstripes that feel relaxed instead of corporate. Whether you love something loud or something subtle, there's a version of stripes this winter that works. Alexa Chung has always known how to make stripes feel cool and timeless. She mixes them into her wardrobe with that effortless, slightly vintage charm, proving how versatile the pattern can be. Katie Holmes brings a softer, more understated approach. She gravitates towards striped knits and easy layers that feel relaxed, modern, and completely wearable for everyday winter style. For the outfit ideas, picture stripes adding movement and rhythm to the look, maybe paired with another subtle pattern or layered to create different textures. The combinations don't need to be quiet. They can feel playful, creative, and full of personality while still staying winter appropriate. Leather is one of those winter staples that never really goes away, but in 2025, it feels sharper, sleeker, and much more experimental. Designers are moving past the classic leather jacket and exploring new shapes. Long tailored coats, slouchy leather trousers, structured dresses, oversized bombers, even leather-on-leather looks. And the color palette is expanding too. Deep chocolate, soft burgundy, charcoal, caramel, and even muted greens. It gives the material this rich, grown-up depth that looks amazing in winter light. What's interesting this season is how leather is being softened. You still get those strong, sculptural silhouettes, but the finishes are smoother, more flexible, and less tough. There's a balance between edge and elegance, something that feels modern, confident, and very city-ready. And whether it's matte, glossy, textured, or buttery soft, leather instantly brings structure and attitude to whatever you pair it with. Emily Ratajkowski gives leather that cool, effortless edge. Her style shows how leather can be strong and confident without feeling heavy, and how it naturally adds that subtle, sexy, downtown energy she's known for. For the outfit ideas, imagine leather bringing a sense of structure and polish, mixed with softer textures, layered with winter knits, or paired with unexpected silhouettes for contrast. It's all about creating combinations that feel bold, warm, and a little bit daring without losing everyday wearability. Statement skirts are having such a moment this winter, and they bring a really fresh kind of drama to cold weather outfits. There's this mix of bold shapes, interesting fabrics, and unexpected textures that makes them feel like little pieces of art. Some are structured and sculptural, some flow and move beautifully when you walk, and others lean into shine or pattern. It's a fun way to break out of the usual winter uniform and wear something that actually feels exciting. The nice thing about this trend is how easy it is to make it your own. You can go for something big and voluminous, or something more minimal with a twist, a cool cut, a textured fabric, a surprising color. These skirts instantly become the focal point without making the outfit feel overdone. For the outfit ideas, imagine letting the skirt lead the look, playing with texture, mixing in a bit of contrast, or pairing it with layers that highlight the shape. The vibe is expressive, modern, and a little playful, while still feeling totally wearable for winter. Oversized coats are everywhere this winter, and they've never looked more stylish. There's something really striking about a big, roomy coat that almost cocoons you. It feels protective, dramatic, and instantly cool. Designers are playing with long lengths, wide silhouettes, deep pockets, heavy wools, and those exaggerated shapes that turn a simple winter outfit into something much more intentional. It's a trend that combines comfort and statement energy in such a smooth, effortless way. These coats also come in so many personalities. Some are structured and sharp, others are soft and slouchy, and there are even oversized puffers that feel like walking around in a warm blanket, but still look incredibly chic. They make winter dressing simple because you can put one on over anything, and suddenly the whole outfit feels elevated. Rihanna approaches oversized coats with bold confidence. She turns volume into a full fashion moment and makes the silhouette feel edgy and modern. Irina Shayk often gravitates toward all-black oversized coats, giving the look a clean, powerful, almost sculptural feel. Her styling is sharp, minimal, and incredibly polished. Dua brings a more playful vibe to the trend. Sometimes cozy, sometimes edgy, always with that fun confidence that makes the look feel fresh. For the outfit ideas, imagine oversized coats adding structure and presence, layered over different textures or simple basics. The whole mood is warm, bold, and easy to wear, with silhouettes that bring movement and personality to winter outfits. Bucket hats are quietly becoming one of winter's go-to accessories, especially the wool ones. Though you'll see a few in fleece, sherpa, and softer fabrics too. There's something really charming about that rounded shape in a winter texture. It adds a little personality, a little softness, and it instantly makes an outfit feel more relaxed. They manage to be practical and cute at the same time, which is rare for winter accessories. For the outfit ideas, imagine bucket hats bringing a cozy, slightly playful touch, paired with textured coats, big scarves, or simple knits. They add warmth, but they also add this easy, effortless vibe that makes winter outfits feel lighter. Ugg boots are having another big winter, especially the mini ones. The classic chestnut color, and those Taz platforms everyone's been living in. They're warm, they're easy, and they give outfits that relaxed, off-duty attitude that just works in cold weather. Gigi Hadid wears them constantly, and she makes even the simplest outfits feel intentional with them. They're the definition of comfy but still stylish winter shoes. Think of Uggs grounding the outfit in this soft, cozy way, mixed with leggings, wide knits, relaxed coats, or whatever you reach for on cold days. They make everything feel warm, lived in, and surprisingly put together. Thigh-high boots are having a big winter moment, and what makes them exciting this year is the range. Some styles are sleek and fitted, almost like a second skin, while others are much bolder, looser shafts, chunkier soles, dramatic shapes, and statement textures. Designers are treating them as a real power piece, something that instantly shifts the whole attitude of an outfit. Whether they're in suede, leather, or glossy finishes, thigh highs bring height, drama, and a strong silhouette that really stands out in cold weather. For the outfit ideas, picture thigh-high boots adding height and structure. Worn with shorter hemlines, long coats, or layered winter textures. They create a really strong silhouette without needing anything complicated. And that's it for today's video. I hope this collage gave you a new way of looking at trends across the year, not as separate seasons, but as one continuous flow. Let me know in the comments which pieces or moments stood out to you the most. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really supports the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.